Let's move on to the next one, which is a great line. It's one of my favourites. I proposed to my wife, Helen, on Princess Cruises.
There you go. It's memories for you, but memories for the people at home as well, because this is an epic ship. This is a Grand Class ship, and Princess, of course, the American side of P&O, just superb again.
Well,
great food, great entertainment.
Let's take a moment to look at the line so we get some idea of what you can enjoy from Caribbean Princess.
Now, as I mentioned to you, Grand Class ship, you can see it is just iconic straight away. It's a larger ship, but the great thing is there's so many places to go on board. I mean, with this, you've got 3 main dining rooms, with 2 of them, which has got anytime dining. So if you don't like the sort of the formality of dining, then you can have a lot of flexibility. There's meals and snacks on board. All of the staterooms are en suite. You've got 24-hour complimentary room service. And then, of course, you've got the gymnasium. You've got the golf potting course and simulator. You've got sports courts and plenty for the family to do as well. One of Princess's unique features, of course, is the movies Under the Stars. So when it's a great night, you can go and watch, you know, an up-to-date film, but underneath the stars. And it really is a truly amazing experience. I mean, you can see the lounges that are out there. Larger ship, more space. Great entertainment again, and you know, it's all up to you. If you want to have a nice early night, then of course you can slip off back to your cabin, or if you want to stay up late, then you can hit the casino or perhaps the nightclub.
I think that's an important thing to share with viewers. You know, when you're on a cruise, you might think, oh, there's all these activities, I have to do this, I have to do that. You don't have to do anything. You can literally chill out and do nothing. If you wanted to, you can stay in your cabin. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can find a little hideaway. You know, you could go play cards, you could go into the library, you can really chill out where you want to. This cruise has been a bestseller in the past. It really is all about savings. We're talking £420 off per person. Now, they'd already taken the price down to £749. It's dropped again. It has dropped again. This is from £599. That's £86 per person per night. It can be deposit only. And if you're going on the 11th of July trip, you're going to get $75 on board spend. These are great prices for these dates. Please bear that in mind. Now, it's one of my favourite itineraries. I absolutely love the fjords. I think sometimes people think it's going to be cold, but it is summer.
It's amazing. You've got that crispness, and especially like today, everybody's talking about air pollution. Crikey, you go to Norway, and it is so fresh. You cannot believe how fresh it really is.
Well, come on, let's get on that itinerary. Let's see where we're going.
The first port of call, Stavanger. This is an absolute classic. It's called the Cradle of the Vikings. So if you really do want Celtic history, then this is going to be perfect. Brilliant for outdoor activities like mountain biking, hiking, so plenty of tours on offer. From Stavanger, you go on to Skolden, and again, this actually has one of the oldest churches, one of the oldest stave churches.
Wow.
If you do like your crafts, then you'll appreciate the actual wooden construction of it and the actual carpentry. Again, it's another UNESCO World Heritage Site dating back to the 12th and the 13th century, so you can see there, that's what we're talking about, real history. Now, from Skolden onto one of my favourite ports, I absolutely love this, was Olden. One of my greatest memories of actually being on the ships, apart from, I mean, look at that, just endless views. The actual mountains that you've got, the actual the waterfalls, and again, it is so crisp. One thing you've got to do, though, is see a glacier. There's the Brixdale Glacier, which you can actually climb. Wow. Now, don't think that you're going to have to be some sort of, you know, Bear Grylls. You're not going to be climbing up there with ice axes. You get all the equipment, and it's just a great day out. So
I've actually been lucky enough to do it when I was working on the ships, and it is a phenomenal experience.
You've got to do it. If you're brave enough, they'll actually allow you to sort of hang over the edge. There's 6 people tied to you, mind. So, but yeah, great experience and great memories. From Olden on to Bergen. Now, this is a fantastic port for those of you that love your towns. Great fish market, really colourful, and when you see the buildings on the actual shoreline of the harbour, it's just so pretty. I mean, you can see here those beautiful colours. Now, there's a great little restaurant. I don't know if it's still there, but it's a bowler hat. I think it's called Egon. One of the things that I remember, you go in there and the actual staff, they'll pick up what nationality you are, and they've got all of the menus already there for you. So if you go and speak in English, you get an English menu. If you go in there speaking German, you get a German menu. And that just gives you some sort of an idea of the customer service, how multilingual they are. Got to go up the vernacular railway, you've got to go up into the mountains, got to get your photo taken with one of the trolls. And of course, how can you not mention Bergen without Grieg? If you love your classical music, then if there's a classical recital on board at the same time to tie in, I know we used to do it, it's a fantastic, fantastic
One of my favourite things to do, you don't have to do this, but one of my favourite things to do when you're going up and down the fjords, or if you ever get to Alaska, you can sit out on the open deck and enjoy a hot chocolate and a little bit of brandy in it. Oh, it's beautiful. This really is, going up and down the fjords, the scenery is amazing, and it really puts you in touch with nature. It's absolutely phenomenal. Then of course you get back to Southampton after another day at sea. This really is about savings once again. A best seller in the past. Savings, savings, savings. £420 off per person. The price had dropped to $7.49. It's now dropped again to $5.99. This is a new price reduction. And of course, if you do go on that 11th of July departure, $75 free on board spend. Call the guys, talk to the team. 0800 781 5458 is the number, and you can book this for deposit only. These are great prices, especially for these sorts of dates.